First, we go to the Master Management screen for maintaining the evaluation standard data. This is that screen. Now, the Level 1 standard for electric and electronic design is loading. Let's switch this to Level 2. In this area, for changing the level, input 20 and press the Load button to switch to the Level 2 standard in this way. Here, let's add another standard item. We can narrow down the contents of the standard to only more related contents. By changing the specification of the standard ID, we were able to narrow down the contents. Then, let's add another piece of data. Here, we can also use Excel's Edit function to input data like this. Then, press the Refresh button. By doing so, one standard item was added. We can look at the evaluation sheet to check this content. Choose the Ability Evaluation Input menu to display the evaluation sheet. Please look here. The contents I changed before are reflected. As you see, after beginning operation, even if evaluation standards are added or changed, you can automatically reflect that in the evaluation sheet by maintaining the master file. Next, let's look at the evaluation sheet. It's a very popular evaluation sheet with the previous evaluation, current evaluation, self-evaluation, and supervisor evaluation. Now, let's perform input. As you can see, of course, you cannot input the previous evaluation. Also, supervisor evaluation is prevented from input. Even for this self-evaluation, if you try to input a number other than the 5-level evaluation, it's rejected. In this way, dbSheet client can perform permission management and error checks. Also, the data you input is registered in the database, allowing for various kinds of management and analysis. For example, let's look at a screen where we can view it from the perspective of the person being evaluated. Choose Ability Evaluation Information Management from the menu. Doing so displays the average scores for the ability units and a radar chart that expresses those scores. You can use this to check the difference between self and supervisor evaluations, or how the supervisor evaluation changed from last time to this time. Next, let's move to the screens the supervisor wants to see. We can move to those screens using the two menus under Subordinate Training Management here. First, go to Select Subordinate. Here, you can see the change from the past 5 evaluations. This allows the supervisor to check the growth of this subordinate. Furthermore, since the graph on the bottom is a radar chart, you can check the growth even in terms of balance. This time, let's choose Select Level. Doing so lets us check how many employees are on the same level as this subordinate and this subordinate's position. Lastly, let's look at the screen the manager wants to see. Choose HR Strategy Management. Doing so displays a chart and graph like these. This graph displays the number of personnel strategically necessary using a blue bar, and the number of available personnel using a red bar. In this way, the aggregate results for the company and each department are displayed in a graph. Looking at this graph, we can see that when the blue bar is high, there are not enough personnel, and when the red bar is high, there are too many personnel. Also, this sideways graph indicates the sufficiency rate. If it is significantly low, urgent personnel recruitment is needed. Quantitative contents can be grasped from this chart and graph, but as a manager, there are times you want to know the information behind them. In that case, for example, if you move the cursor to the 7 for Level 1 personnel, and then click the Display Unit button, you can check the evaluation status of the 7 people in this way. Furthermore, if you click Display Items, you can check the average score for each ability item, and if you click Display Details, you can go back to the evaluation sheet like this and check the contents. Having seen an example of systemized ability evaluation using dbSheet Client, what do you think? This achieves efficiency, accuracy, and speed far beyond the Excel form workstage. Do you experience any problems during similar work at your company? If you do, please feel free to inquire at our company. Thank you very much for your time.